Welcome to my Productive Monday video. Today, this morning already, I got the boys ready for school, dropped them off, went to the gym. I'm working on the beds for my flower garden for next year. Like I'm getting them ready with compost and stuff like that. And I decided to do more flowers this year. So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna take you guys along with me today. I'm gonna go drop Kaylee off at preschool. She is doing preschool now 4 days a week. So she goes for a few hours in the afternoon. It's just about, let's see, it's 11:47 right now. So I am gonna go drop her off at class. I just started a load of wash my gym clothes just now when I got home and moved over the other towels that I started this morning. I don't know if you can hear her in the background, but she's saying, I don't have class, mommy, I have school. I gotta take her to school. Okay, we'll be back.
Undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
That is one thing about having the kids in school. I do get some time to actually get things accomplished, so I need to utilize that time. Since I wanted to make chili and I didn't soak any beans, I need to get those going ASAP. So I believe those are 30 minutes. I have in my Instant Pot 101 video, I go through the whole recipe, so I'm just gonna have to check that really quick. I am gonna make my cornbread early and I'm gonna make it in the cast iron today. Pretty excited about that. And I also wanna finish weeding over in my garden beds, so I think I should have time to do all of that. Let's get started. You guys would have seen it in my latest Clean With Me. I organized these shelves and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I've got my plant over here and I made these super functional. So this box right here has all of our popsicle making supplies. I don't use those during the winter time very often, but I do need to save them. And then this right here has all of our cake decorating, specialty tips and dies and all of that. This is just, I use this spoon all the time, but it looks so cute up there. This is my go-to cookbook of the moment. Got some little loaf pans, my recipes, juicer. So it's kind of cute, but it also looks like decor to me, which I really like. Need to get some more dates, and we're gonna use these for our chili. I love that I finally buckled down and updated the jars and made them fit things we use. So pasta, quinoa, beans, this is salad mix, chia seeds, and this is my nighttime calm drink. It's a magnesium drink. If you missed the Clean With Me, make sure you go check it out.
Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
I've decided that I only want to do one jar of beans at a time because I just want to keep things more minimal and easy to keep track of, minimal looking. So I've got a few different things that I'm trying to use up. Cornmeal, this was on my list to use up. This is actually cornmeal too. I think I might actually designate a container for it. While I work on the cornbread, have some apricots. I didn't want to put these into a snack cup. I don't know, I want to do my snacks separately, but I've had these apricots for a long time and I need to just eat them. I don't know if you guys are like that too, but you get snacks they sound so good, and so you'll get a big thing of them. At Costco, we'll get the mangoes and they sound like such a great idea. But by the time you've eaten through half of a Costco-sized bag of mangoes, you're so done with them. I had these in the cabinet. I totally forgot about them, and they're so good. Okay, I'm gonna grab everything I need for the cornbread. decisions or methods that I've tried when cleaning the cast iron is to have a dedicated cast iron brush. This is one, I got it on Grove Collaborative, but it's from Full Circle. Just having like a really, really rigid brush that you can keep in your same drawer, like right by your cast iron. This is amazing. You just like scrape out all the crumbs. If I'm trying to get it really, really clean, I will use like a paper towel or whatever, but just having a dedicated brush that can get all oily and use it and just always use the same one, this is essential in my kitchen. Okay, let's melt the butter and then we'll mix dry ingredients. Are cooking. I just heated up some leftovers. I've got some chicken tenders and scalloped potatoes in the fridge. They're just like the last like remaining leftovers, only like one little lunch left. So I'm glad to get these out of the fridge before they go bad. Also, if you guys are looking for an epic scalloped potato recipe, the one in the Magnolia Table cookbook, it's really good. That whole cookbook is really good. Not dairy free, but it's a really good, like, I would call it like a farm cookbook, like farmhouse style, more like eggs, dairy, buttermilk, flour, just from scratch ingredients. And this one even has Gruyere cheese. Like it's really good. Since I'm making a double batch on the cornbread, I don't want to like leave it and then just come back when the timer goes off because it's gonna need a little bit of extra babysitting, I think. But while I'm in here and I'm waiting, I'm actually gonna draw out what I'm planning on doing for my flower bed. So I'm gonna make a list of like what I specifically wanna do, because I know I do want to weed the bed and then I also wanna mulch it. But before I put all of those leaves down for the mulch, I wanna add in the bulbs that I got. So I think I'm just gonna plan on doing the one bed and I'm gonna put all of my like tulips, daffodils, everything in that one bed. and then I'll mulch it. It's gonna be so easy to get mulch because there's like leaves everywhere. Everywhere. Let me show you guys real quick. My backyard is like picturesque fall right now. It's like leaves everywhere. So just take your pick. You got plenty of mulch today. And over here too, there's like the thicker, like the bigger leaves from this. Yeah, got lots. And I'm also gonna draw out the bed and decide exactly where I wanna put everything.
I won't get close to your heartache. If you won't open your door, I'm feeling kinda lost when your mind is hiding whatever that is choking your chest. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking, 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind now I'm here by your side. So let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget about what's wrong. Let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. You won't get closer to me if you won't open your door. If that's what you want, then baby try to believe me when I say that you can tell me anything.
So I've got the cornbread all done. I've got the beans all done. I was hoping that I had some like green, like salsa verde or like enchilada sauce, but I don't. I was gonna do like a white chili with chicken. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do because all I have is like red sauce and tomato sauce. What I normally do from here is take a sweet onion and I dice it up with some olive oil, and I would like saute that and some garlic, and then you can add in your spices, add in your meat, fry that up, and then you can put in your beans and your, if you were gonna do like green sauce or red sauce. But I don't know, I just really was feeling the green. But since we don't have it, I think what I'm actually gonna do is just let this sit, and I'm gonna think about it while I'm working in the yard, because it is easier to cook with the kids here versus doing the yard with the kids here. So I wanna make sure that I get that all done. I do have some mild green chilies that I'm gonna put here. I'll probably just end up doing the red sauce. But anyways, I'm just gonna leave that here. This is actually rotisserie chicken that I like shredded. We bought like 4 or 5 rotisserie chickens, and I made a bunch of broth, and I froze the meat that I had shredded. So this is gonna be easy. This will just defrost here. That'll cool down, and then this will be able to be thrown together fairly quick. It's not gonna need to simmer too long. Plus, it's like, I don't know, 1:30, so we've got plenty of time to put that together before dinner. I'm gonna just go ahead and grab the compost here because you guys, it is like so full. We'll take that out. Let's get started on the garden. You can tell I'm like itching to get down to my garden. So I get a lot of questions from you guys about compost and like if I would do a video about how to compost, how I do it. I've never done a video specifically about composting, and I guess the big reason why is just I don't feel like I'm an expert, or at least I didn't. I know what works for me and what I do. I guess I just always felt like there was all these rules and specific ratios and stuff, and for me it's like not such a technical process. So I've got a rolling composter bin. I got this at Costco a few years ago. This one here is the one that like I'm using currently to put scraps in. There's barely anything in there. And this one that I have turned down is the ones that should be finished now. So this is hopefully what I'll be putting in the garden bed over there. The biggest thing is just your ratio of dry and like kitchen scraps. So what I mean by dry is like straw, or if you have chickens, like the hay, leaves, things like that, versus the really like rich stuff like grass or kitchen scraps. Those are things that are gonna make it more wet. They would tend to make it more smelly if you didn't have a good ratio. So I just try to, you know, if I'm adding a lot of wet stuff, I just try to throw in some leaves. During the summer, it does get, you know, it dries it out more, but I don't have the leaves, so it works out. Plus our compost is a ways from the house anyway, so I never notice like the smell until you get like right up on it And then if you're only adding like food scraps, it can get kind of smelly. To me, it's worth it because I am totally feeding my garden, I'm feeding the ground, and we've had a lot of volunteer like pumpkins and acorn squash and tomato plants from it, so it's worth it. I also have this, we've got bamboo like taking over, but next to my rolling bins, I've got this one here, which is like a big square container. Can you guys even see this? So that's roughly the size there. I did a video on this one a long time ago when I first put it together. This one is so nice because it just compacts down into the earth. And then once you get this thing like super full, there are these little sliders on the side, and so you can just pull it up and you've got your fresh soil. I was able to get to it before from this side, but the bamboo has just taken over. I need to clip it back. So I'm gonna attempt to roll this guy up without knocking down my camera. We'll see. The nice thing with these rolling bins is that you can rotate your compost to make it break down faster. But honestly, once these get so full, it's so heavy to roll it. This guy is like maxed out here. Okay, you just lock it upright. I'll have a look. Whoa. So this was like the bottom of that barrel, which I haven't turned over for quite some time. The thing that's so amazing to me about the compost is how much less waste we actually put out. Like what we put out curbside from our family of 6. We even had 8 people living here for a few years. We had some friends living with us, and I did trash pickup every other week with the smallest trash bin that my company would offer. And the rest of it, like all the food scraps, anything that will break down, just goes into the compost, which turns into free soil for me. So it's been such a win in so many different ways. Yeah, it's work, like it's something you have to do. Wouldn't have otherwise needed to do, but I think the benefits outweigh the effort.
Change coming, it's never
that's the fun part. I'm gonna share with you all the bulbs that I got for like basically spring blooming bulbs. Also the bed, I got it all stripped out of weeds. I actually took the mulch, like all of the leaves off, and I'm gonna till this up, put the compost in. But I wanted to show you guys the bulbs before I get started with that. So first off, I got these Gila Lights tulips. There are 50 bulbs in here. Cannot wait to get these in the ground. I'm gonna be placing these fairly close together. I've been doing a lot of research about that. Also about planting spring bulbs the autumn before. So that's kind of what we're doing. It's definitely not near frost or freezing where I'm at here in Oregon, so we should be good, and I hope they'll overwinter and then be even hardier when it comes time for spring. I also got these tulips here. They're called Dordogne. I don't know how to say it, but they're kind of like this coral, beautiful orange color, a little bit of pink, a little bit of orange, and I've got 16 tulip bulbs for those. These white daffodil bulbs, these are so pretty. They're called Mount Hood, which where I live, Mount Hood is like the focal mountain of Portland. So we've got 16 of those, and I'm excited to have white daffodils. I also picked up something really new. These are allium, but I've got 10 of these. They're called Violet Beauty. These say they're fragrant, and they actually get 20 to 24 inches tall. So I thought that could add some like a really, really neat height and color to some arrangements. So there's 10 of those. And then last thing I have in here are bearded iris bulbs. These things look so creepy and like odd in the bulbs. Like, look at that. It almost looks like a cross between like a ginger rhizome and like something rotten, I don't know. But the iris that these make are so pretty and white. And I do see some greens and like some sprouts trying to happen in here. So I'm hoping that they'll be great. And these should continue to produce. If this is a good location, the bulbs will just keep producing here. So I'm stoked. I want to get these in the ground and I want to get everything set up. So I'm just going to toss them back in my bag. Oh, I also got one other thing too for something that'll bloom inside the house. So I'll show that to you guys later. And yeah, let's go get the compost. I forgot to till it up. I got to do that first. Okay.
I won't get close to your heartache if you won't open your door. I'm feeling kinda lost when your mind is hiding whatever that is choking your chest. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind. Now I'm here by your side. So let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget about what's wrong. Let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. You won't get closer to me if you won't open your door. If that's what you want, then baby try to believe me when I say that you can tell me anything. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind. Now I'm here by your side. So let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget
inside from the garden now, and I am so cold. I took my coat off because I was starting to get really hot when I was like tilling up the bed and putting all the compost, but now I'm just freezing. Like, I'm chilled to the bone. I got changed, threw my clothes into the wash, and now I'm just wearing my comfy pajamas. I think I need to like make some tea and warm up before I can finish dinner. It took me, I hate to say it, it took me twice as long as I was hoping. It always does this, always. Twice as long as whatever I expect. But it worked out because Joseph was planning on picking up the boys, and then he actually took the car in to get the registration, like to get the car re-registered and go through DEQ, like to test for emissions and stuff. So anyway, since they are still out, I'm gonna make some tea and just kind of warm up because like I can barely feel my fingers. Kids just got home with Daddy. Kaylee's wild. Have you been sitting in the car for a while? Want to snuggle with me? No, you want to run around. How about you run around, I'll watch, and I'll snuggle while you jump. Okay? Guys, I am still feeling kind of punky, and I feel like I'm just like still having a hard time getting warm. My face is flushed, probably have a fever. I probably started working out a little bit too early since being sick. That's always the struggle. It's like knowing when to baby yourself versus to when to get back to things. But I'm gonna try to baby myself a little bit more tomorrow. What we've been doing the past few hours has just been eating dinner. The chili turned out really good and the kids loved it. And I also, Joseph and I have been hanging out, like watching travel vlogs. But I hope that today you found some motivation out of the video, either to get some projects that you've been wanting to do, or just spending your day in a way that you want to spend it and being intentional with how you're spending your time. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!